Alright, here's another look at the old girl after a little bit of a quick bath. You know, just splash her armpits a little bit, put some perfume on her. She's good for the dance. Actually cleaned up pretty nice. I'm a little surprised and disappointed that there's as much rust on it as there is. And I guess, you know, what can you say? I mean, it's an 84, you know. But Mr. Rusty Jones, they don't do so great of a job. But she cleaned up pretty good. I mean, let's throw some keystones on her and she is ready for prom right there. Alright, the top is perfect. Not a rip, not a tear, it's not faded, it's not shredded. I cannot believe the raccoons that were living on this thing did not eat that vinyl top. They must not be able to digest Chrysler too well. But she cleaned up pretty good. Next step is going to be to put away my washing stuff, and we're going to throw a hot battery in it and see if anything works. See if windows and antenna and radio and power seat and all that stuff, see if any of it works. This side has got all kinds of little, like, I'm guessing parking lot dings, big old scabs and shit on it. She's got a little rust in her. The underside's pretty scabby, but I figured since she was up in the air a little bit, we went ahead and gave her a little bit of a bath down there too, best I could. But I mean, as far as, like, if anybody in their crazy mind would be restoring one of these cars, perfect hood, perfect deck lid, taillights, I mean, it's a perfect parts car for somebody. But we're gonna see if we can make her run. I don't know for sure why the fuel pump is off of it, but I have it, and he sent me with a whole bunch of parts in the boxes, brand new Napa stuff. I'm guessing they're brake hoses and brake shoes and wheel cylinders. It'll also need calipers. To get this thing to roll was a chore. We had to beat the drums off the back because the back wheels, it wouldn't spin. We tried to drag it out with a truck and all four wheels were locked up. So we took, the bassin was already up in the air, so we went ahead, pounded the drums off. They did not want to come off. It took two of us, one prying on the backside and one pounding on the drum to get this thing, get the drums off the back. So there's no brakes, obviously. The brake lines are all rotted anyways. It'll need all new brake system, all new fuel system. But luckily it came with a lot of the parts. The front was locked up as well. So luckily enough, 2 bolts on each caliper on each side, and we just pried the calipers off and I threw them up on the A-arms, and she rolls. She rolls really good now. Obviously there's nothing dragging. So let's take a look under the bonnet here. We can do this with one hand. But I mean, look at that. I mean, the hood is perfect. I didn't feel one single ding. Oh yeah, she's the old lean burn, and she's a single barrel, so she is gonna be fast. Let me tell you right now, she's gonna be fast. So I don't know what, I mean, there's some weird shit on this car. Let me tell you what. Air conditioning is all intact, and it's not seized up. That's promising. But she's a greasy bitch. For 35,000 miles, you'd think this thing would be clean enough to eat off of. Not so. So what do we got? We got alternator brackets that are off. I have them. You took the alternator bracket off to take the alternator out to get the fuel pump off. I don't know. I don't know. There's belts laying everywhere. I do have a couple of shop manuals for this, which will be helpful, I'm sure. The battery doesn't look that old, but I'm going to throw a hot one in it. I haven't messed with a Mopar since I was between 15 to 17, maybe 18 years old. I used to run Dodge Magnums, which had that shitty lean bird on them too. The last one I had, he finally figured out a way to eliminate it. She's complete with smog pump. You can see she's been rusty jonesed in here. I really like that shit. Sticks to ya. Fresh air intake. Look at that. She's a cold air intake. I think it'll run if it's not tight. Look at this puny fucking radiator they put in these things. But it's full and it's green. So that's a good sign. There are many more positives than negatives at this point. This thing has all kinds of electrical doodads. So yeah. I will eventually degrease this, but I want to make sure that it's back together somewhat and then degrease this thing. I mean, she's never going to be a show car, guys. Never in a million years is it going to be a show car under my watch. But was it worth saving from the Crusher? I would give that a big hell yes. If nothing else, just to save another great American rear-wheel drive full-size sedan from being sent to China to be made into crappier shit that we buy back from them. It's cool. This thing is freaking awesome inside. I don't know if I showed you the inside. She's not fine Corinthian leather, but let me tell you, I'm guessing this car has everything except leather. Cruise, tilt, air, rear defrost, windows, locks, mirrors, power seat, yada yada yada. But look at that. I mean, look at the headliner. Look at the awesomeness of headliner. That little back piece is kind of droopy doopy. Little droopy doopy. Looks like there's maybe some thumbtacks in there. Look at that. Brought a fucking deer fly home. Awesome. Bastards. But I mean, seriously, like it. I mean, this carpet. Ooh, the carpet. It's awesome. I gotta stop myself from falling in love with this thing because it's not intended to be a lover. It's supposed to be a, I don't know what it is, honestly. But yeah, I haven't checked fluids or anything on it. I don't know. I'm gonna throw a battery in it and see if she cranks, I guess. I don't know. I mean, what could I possibly hurt? You know? But yeah, I'll show you a shot of the odometer. You see that? What does it say? 35,269. I don't believe that it's ever been flipped over 100. I don't believe it. Not by the looks of this interior. I think what happened here is this was probably a really clean car, and it got parked in a cement floor barn back in 1998, I guess I was told. Originally it was 91, but 98, I guess, is when it was pulled off the road. Some tags on it, though. No tags on it. So it sat for almost, let me get some keys here. We'll look at this freaking awesome trunk. It sat for 20 years on a garage floor, or concrete barn floor. Look at that. She's a full carpet kit car, which I think they all were. I see 2 speakers. That's cool. I see a spare. Full size. Never been down. Look at that. Look at it. Just look at it. A little moldy. I might see a mouse house up there. Maybe. In there. But they didn't eat much. They sure the heck didn't eat much if they're in here. They didn't wreck much of anything. Wow. Wow. I don't know. It's pretty freaking cool. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. That was lit. Oh. Got like brand new tires on it. I don't think I'm even going to replace them. They're brand freaking new. Yeah, they're 20 years old, but they're not checked, they're not split, they hold air. This is exactly how much air was in them when I went to pick it up. I did not put air in the tires at all. So I'm going to run those tires. It only came with 2 hubcaps, which is not a big deal. Because I'm really thinking I'm going to try and score a cheap set of keystones or some aluminum mags of some sort, just to pimp it. And yeah, I mean look at, this thing is like freaking brand new inside. Does not smell at all. Now, am I saying there's no mice in it? I kind of doubt that there's not any mice in it, but the ones that are maybe in it, they've been very polite and they don't stink. It's so cool, guys. It's cool, but it's not cool. Like, this isn't a car that, I'll be 41 this month. This isn't I don't consider this an old car. But if I were to see this at a junkyard in a crush pile, I would have to really be sad. The outside of the car looks like 165,000 miles, or 135,000 miles, but the interior does not support that mileage. So, I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. What should I do with it? There's another car from this gentleman that I am going to try to get soon. That second car would be the keeper. This one, I may end up actually just turning this one and pay it forward. I'll tell you guys, this car came with the title and everything, so it's my car. What am I gonna do with it? I don't know. Let's get it running. Okay, let's throw a hot battery in it, see what happens.